is Chris Ice here with Barn Dough Recipes. Before we get started with this video, I'd like to see if you guys are interested and like what I'm doing here. If you don't mind going down below this video and hitting the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, it helps me out tremendously. Today on the Barn Dough Recipe installment, we're going to be doing Marsala chicken. Come right down here and I'll show you the ingredients. I will leave the quantities and all the ingredients in the description box along with directions how to put it all together. So we're going to be having chicken. We're going to dredge the chicken in flour today. We're going to add mushrooms and shallots. And then we're going to have chicken broth and Marsala wine. And we're going to put a little bit of cream in there as well to make it cream Marsala sauce. First of all, we're going to salt and pepper our chicken. Make sure it's well seasoned. And what I like to do is get up about a foot or so that you can evenly salt your chicken and pepper your chicken. It gets your nice seasoning everywhere that way. It doesn't clump up in one spot. And we like to do it pretty liberally because the flavor cooks out of it anyways normally when you cook it, so it's kind of a good idea to liberally do it. It turns out to be much better tasting when you get it liberally seasoned, so don't be shy with this stuff. And then we're going to go ahead and turn this over and we're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Okay, once you get both sides salt and peppered and well seasoned, what you're going to do is go ahead and dredge your chicken in the flour mixture and get it all nice and covered in flour. And you're going to want to do this for all the chickens. So just make sure you flour them nicely. And then shake off the excess flour. We don't need that much flour. And I'll show you how to do one more, and then you don't need to watch me do all of them. You got the idea. And just kind of push it in the flour a little bit. And shake off the excess. And put it on your plate. We're going to start off by melting some butter and some olive oil to get this started. And I don't think I've told you this before. To make cooking enjoyable again, go ahead and chop all your portions beforehand. It's called mise en place. It's a French term for preparing all your ingredients and the amounts and everything up front. That way you're ready to go. It's just a matter of tossing everything into the dish. Makes it so much easier. So we're going to start by doing this on a medium heat. And we're going to put 2 pieces of butter and some olive oil in there. And probably about 2 tablespoons of olive oil maybe. If your oil gets hot enough, go ahead and place the chicken there. And don't overcrowd the pan. Keep it at least about a 1/4 inch in between the two if you can. That way they have a chance to get brown all the way around. And go ahead and let them go 3 minutes each side. Go ahead and flip it after about 2 or 3 minutes. Make sure it's got a nice brown color to it. Like to turn them around so this side gets a chance to brown, and go for another 2 minutes. Okay, this took a little less than 2 minutes. It depends really on how your thickness of your meat is. I was able to secure really thin cuts at the butcher, which I saving for having to cut it, but you can cut your own as well, however you want to do it. totally up to you. This is your dish, nobody else's, so you can do what you want with it. After 2 minutes, go ahead and flip it again. Just continue doing all these until they're all completely done. Okay, once those almost completely get done, you go ahead and add your shallots. And I will have the ingredients amounts and all that in the description for you guys, so don't worry about it. And keep in mind, this recipe, it needs to be shallots, not onions, in order for the flavor to be intense enough for it. So just remember that when you're doing it. Try to get shallots if you can. If not, a purple onion will do the trick too, but it won't be as good. Alright, once it gets down to here, go ahead and add a little bit of garlic, maybe a couple of cloves or so. I've got paste here today, which I really enjoy using the paste. It's just easier. I'm all about easy, you know. You don't need to cut anything up, just squeeze the paste in there. Serves the same purpose, gets a good garlic flavor in your food. Okay, then now you got the garlic been cooking a while, and the shallots along with the mushrooms. Now you can add your Marsala wine. And again, I will have ingredients in the description box. And you want to cook this and let it reduce by about half. Okay, once it's reduced some, you can go ahead and add your chicken broth. And you can add some of your milk as well, heavy whipping cream. And this is serving the purpose to thicken it up as well as make it creamy. And let that cook for a little while before you add the chicken back in there. Once you get it done, you need to go ahead and taste it, see if you need any more seasoning or whatever. You can taste that Marsala a lot, but it needs a little bit more salt. So I'm going to add a couple of pinches of salt. And I'm going to add a little bit of pepper as well. Now this is to taste how you guys like it. You can put as much or as little as you want in there according to your taste buds. We're going to mix this around a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and put our chicken back in here. And we're going to get it all nice and cozy in here. Alright, and let that cook for just a little while so it gets nice and hot again. And then we'll go and take it out and we'll do our taste. Okay, after we're done, you let it cook a while, then you can take the chicken out. And we're only going to take one out right now for taste test purposes. And we're going to ladle some of this stuff on here. Some of those good mushrooms. And I'm going to add some green onions like I always do. And all that's left now is take a bite of it and see how it tastes. So let's give this a shot. You can taste Marsala really good in it. It's a really good dish. I think you guys will love it. Give it a try. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you like what you see, because I'd like to keep bringing you more and more of these.